recording has started.
Okay, thank you. So let's start. Yeah. So that is one thing. Yeah. So that is done. What was the discussion? Where are we actually? Uh, Walter. Let's start from Walter first. Were you able to do something about Calendly or Google Calendar? Google Calendar. The thing about Google Calendar is, SAR is not insisting to use it because the features offered by Calendly is far better than Google Calendar, which is what SAR has.
Here's a result from the web.
See, when I said Google, the thing got activated. So we can use Calendly. That's something what we can do. So how can we explore Calendly a little more and how without paying the money? That is the task. Where are we in Calendly and what all do we need to explore? How can we solve that issue?
Okay. So for Google, in case you're interested, I had checked on how to embed the Google Calendar widget, which only allows people to view the booked events, but they have an API which can be used to create events. So that is the one maybe you would have built a user interface for people to book events. But I think, as you mentioned, there's a preference for Calendly.
Okay, what you're trying to say is using Google Calendar, we will be able to book events and without paying any money, or without doing any pricing, without pricing plans, we can move forward with Google Calendar and use all the features of Calendly. Is that what you're trying to say?
No. What I was saying, I was just giving an update on Google on the Google Calendar, just in case in future you might be curious about what you would have gotten from it. So those are just the two things. We can get a widget like the one for Calendly, but just for viewing. Then the API covers the booking part. But we would have to build a user interface for the
Yeah, we have to. Makes sense. We have to do an interface. And one more thing about Google Calendar is, should we? Is there any way we can? Is the time, like time zone difference in Google Calendar, is similar to the Calendly? What SAR said is Calendly takes care of the time zone difference within each country. So if I'm mailing a meeting to you, it will be converted from their end. We don't need to worry about anything. Google Calendar should be able to do it. I don't know, but that is a small gray area we have to find out. So we need to look into that as well. But Calendly, how can we move forward with Calendly? What is stopping you? Is the payment stopping you, or have you explored everything other than the payments scale? That is something which I want to know.
Yeah, for Calendly, I had actually paused, but there are two options with Calendly we can use. We can either pay and now get access to the group event option, or change from using the group event option to the user event. And that way I think we can ride on the free package.
That makes sense, but okay, fine. One thing we can do about it is, I remember one thing. So SAR has a paid account which he is using, but if we start playing with it, what all are the problems which we can face? If we can use their account for testing, but what all might happen in his end? His meetings and everything. If we are playing, we are using the account. Is there any way like we can just use the group event, or we'll just use our parts which is necessary and test everything properly and see everything is working fine? Then we will move forward. What do you think about it?
I think it might mess up his calendar, because there will be very many dummy events.
Yeah, that is one thing.
Become confusing. So I was thinking, if we are still interested in exploring Calendly, there is a monthly option and a yearly option. We can pay for the next 1 month and then exploit some more. And if we are happy with it, then we pay for the yearly option.
What is the monthly option charge? It says £15, right? $15.
$10 actually.
$10 per month.
Yes, but if you pay yearly, it goes down to $8 per month.
So if it is $10 per month, before purchasing it, we should have a list of things what we should do. Let's not waste 1 day. Let's not at all waste 1 day. So within this 1 month, we should explore everything of Calendly, what all we can do, what all we can't do. We should understand from root to top. So for that plan, for that to be executed, you need to have a list of things to be done in your task list or something. You have to check this, how the guest is working. So rather than we wait for 1 whole day, so the next meeting comes, then I discuss, then we move forward. This part, all the features checking done by from the Calendly side should be completed in one shot itself. So then we will have more time to do the coding side, and also we have covered all the technical areas and all the not the technical areas. We have covered all the features which are provided from Calendly. So if we move in that particular way, that will be a good plan. What do you think?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I also that is there a clear objective of maybe what we want to achieve using Calendly? Maybe we can use that as a guide as well.
No, see, okay, I'll give a bit. You know what to do, but I'll just give a general expectation from our end. Okay.
Yes.
So use it however you want. I'm the team leader. Today I have I'm using our UX Live. I'm logging into our app, and imagine I have a username and login ID or a password. I logged in, so that means I have a special team lead, whatever it is. I logged into the page. Then I should have the option to view my events in my calendar, and I should be able to send invite to all the team members, which is Nora, Bradley, and you, using Calendly, saying that there is a meeting and an event happening at 11 o'clock. Please join. So I have scheduled the meeting, and all of you should get the invite. And it can be, okay, that is the next phase. We don't need to worry about it. That means, when it comes to your side, you should get the invite, and that thing should be present in your calendar. For that as well, I understand there is a login and a problem. Leave that for now. So individual task, we can do it later, but this should be done. I will be able to log in, or I should be able to book a meeting, send an invite to everyone, so that everyone gets it. That's the plan. It's clear.
Yeah. So from what I've understood is 2 main objectives. The team leader should be able to log in, and then send invites to team members. And then the second objective is the team lead should be able to view events in his Calendly calendar.
Exactly. Simple as that. That's what we are looking for.
So for number 2, I think it is already working, where we are using the group event. Send invites. So for that one, if when it was working before the payment ran out, we were using the group event whereby somebody could join an event.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. And since it didn't have an add guests option, what we had suggested was that, for example, if you're booking for a meeting for the 3 of us, you would have to enter each one manually. Say, for example, Bradley, Nora, then me. Then that way, each of them would get an invite in their email, and then they can proceed to add it to their calendar.
So yeah, that is what That is what we should look into. When you send an invite, everyone should get it, and we should be able to. But that's the next part. Next part is like when Bradley logs in, Bradley sees the calendar and he sees the event. So that is the part 2 coming into picture. But for that, anyway, we need a login, as I said, and it should work on an individual basis. Only then, each calendar is different to everyone. So there is no one particular calendar for the whole team. Is it confusing?
Yeah, because I think we have moved from the team lead to the other team members.
Because team lead, at least the team lead part is clear.
Yeah. So team lead should be able to send invites.
Yes.
And view his events.
Yes. Team member should know his invite and accept the event.
Should he be using the team account, his account or the app account for Calendly?
See, that's a different scenario, right? I mean, it doesn't matter which account he's using. He can use team account, or it can be his personal account for UX Live, or what Calendly is. So that's decided by the Calendly side. Where does Calendly stop? That is what we have to look into. If Calendly says for one account you can do this, then that is what we have to do. So that's their boundary. How can we fix it?
Okay.
Does that make sense? Okay, leave that. Just solve this area. A team lead login, sending invite to everyone. Everyone gets the invite. That's done properly. Then we will move to the team member side.
Okay. So I think that one is done. So the only thing that remains is to make the payment. Then you can try it out and check if it is the same as what you have. What you think about it?
Yeah. Once that is ready, then okay. Then it is the payment stopping us.
Yes.
Okay, I'll discuss with someone
to view the events, which I think we might have to use the API and the app account, because otherwise we would need the user to enter their username and password so that they can access their scheduled events page, which would mean going out of our app.
Makes sense. Okay, Walter, if that is done, if the team lead part is done, then what you can check is the individual part. That means the team member side, which is the team member thing. So focus on that now. How because if we are doing the payment and if you're saying no, that is not possible, then there is no point in making the payment. See, what I'm saying is, a calendar should be. See, I'll make it very clear. Let's not dive into the Calendly's problem or their APIs or whatever it is. The requirement is very simple and it's very logical also. I should be able to see, or you should be able to see your calendar, not the team lead's calendar. It's your personal calendar. Maybe you don't have the permission to invite anyone because you're not the like in team lead or whatever it is. You should be that calendar should be your personal one. It should not be anyone else or any group's one, or not UX Live also. If you're considering that way also, this calendar is for UX Live. It cannot be in a product wise also, because for each product, if you're going to create a calendar and a team lead makes an invite, I don't know if that is the plan. That is one possibility which came into my mind now, but leave that. But the point is, everyone should have there should be individuality. Otherwise, there is it doesn't make sense. I'll make it a little more clear. I'm the team lead. I'm sending an invite to Nora. Nora has 11 o'clock meeting with me. Nora is logging into her Calendly, or Nora is logging into UX Live. She's seeing her calendar and she sees 11 o'clock there is a meeting. Nora is also in another meeting called what was the product name? Okay, product anything. Nora is also in another meeting as a note taker in a project called XYZ, and that project there is another team lead. He has booked an event at 12 o'clock. So Nora should be able to see the 11 o'clock's meeting and 12 o'clock's meeting. Nora should get the mail of the 11 o'clock's meeting and the 12 o'clock's meeting. And if two of them clashes, that is the purpose of this calendar. If two of them, if I am saying 11 o'clock and that also says 11 o'clock, so Nora knows I can't attend two meetings at the same time. So what does Nora do? Nora sends a mail to me or the other guy saying that I won't be able to attend at 11 o'clock. I have this, so please shift my meeting. That's how the things should work. Make sense?
Yeah. From the scheduling, it's supposed to help in checking for conflicts in the calendars.
Exactly. So if this is possible or not, if it's a product wise or if it is an individual wise, logically you have to solve it. What the equation is for once at a time. How many times you use it, that is next thing. That will plan later. Don't worry. But you should have a solution for this individuality. And only thing which I can give you is we can have a login. If required, Nora can have a separate login. That means Nora can enter to our app using a separate login. Bradley has a separate login for our app. You have a separate login for our app. If that solves something, that's good. If that's not needed, it's fine. If Calendly has a widget, in that widget, if you're asking for a particular mail, that is also fine. That is also a good solution, which means I'm going into, without the login, I'm going into UX Live. Then I'm clicking on the widget. Then it asks me for my mail ID. So then Nora will type Nora's mail ID and she will go into her calendar and she'll see her meeting. That is the simplest way. If that is possible, that's the best way. If I am the team lead, I go into my meeting, then I see I log into my calendar and I see my like I have the group permission or whatever it is. I can invite everyone. That is one way of doing it. So I think everything is clear to you now. I hope.
So we are saying that the booking widget should be individualized. When Nora logs in, she should see her, event booking widget, and if you log in, you should see your event booking widget. Is that the case?
One second. All right. Can you repeat that once more, Walter?
Yeah. So what I think I understood from what you said is that the app will have our dual login part. Then when the user logs in, they should see their Calendly event booking widget. So for example, it is Nora that has logged in. She should see her Calendly event booking widget. And if it is you that has logged in, you should see your event booking widget.
Simple as that.
Okay.
So that is the base idea, what you have to do.
You need to store each user's Calendly widget URL. So that
see, that I understand what is blocking you. I can feel, I think I got a small idea what is stopping you or what makes you feel it is difficult, because when the widget to come into the interface, there is some logging in happening or some coding with the login happening, with the credential happening. That is is that the problem?
No, for the widget, actually all you need is the URL. You don't need to log in, but for the scheduled events, I think you need to log in. For the widget, all you need is the URL and then put it on the website.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Okay, if how to tackle it? I mean, if that is the issue, okay, can we think in this way? I understand for scheduling event you need a login. Let's go there, login, then the widget, what I see is mine. Is that possible?
Yeah, for the widget, all we will need to do is, when storing the login credentials, we store them together with the user's Calendly widget URL. And then after login, then the app will be able to get the current user's Calendly URL, then use it to create a widget for the user, for the current user.
Makes sense. Okay, let's go in that way. Let's not complicate things. Let's see how we can do that. And let's understand it a little more. Then we'll do the payment. What do you say?
Yeah, we can try that. And we can try that, and we can try with the user event.
Okay.
And if it works, then we make payment for the group event.
Makes sense. That's the best way. So that we have done every, we have made it very clear that we have also excluded that. So that's the way. Go stick to that plan. When you are ready, let me know. All right.
Oh yes.
Okay. What was the next thing which you wanted to do? What was the next task?
Oh, the next task was on. I had tried to enable, what do you call them? The subtitles and captions in our videos, but they didn't seem to work. So I wanted to check with Bradley. Is there something else that needs to be done for the subtitles to be visible?
Sometimes they have to be manually added, like a text file, or I think so, because as a user I see many subtitles like properly synchronized and for different languages, but sometimes there is an auto generated something that YouTube offers. If we can enable that, but I think it only works for English.
Yeah. I had enabled the auto-generated ones, but there was nothing showing even for some few new videos that I created.
Okay, even maybe if you want me to look into it, I will look into it. What are the parameters? Maybe clear speech or like better sound quality or something like that. It just comes to mind. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I don't know that you still have access to the channel. Maybe you can log in into the channel. Try to see if I enabled the subtitles correctly, or maybe I left out something. Okay. Then. So I think
Is that clear?
That was the second part. I think I was to check on the Google Calendar API and on the, what do you call it? Subtitles and captions for YouTube.
Exactly.
Yeah. Unless Nora can remind me of something else.
Yeah. Have a look into that. Okay, that is one thing. Then. Okay, so that is one thing. So that is the two things. Other than that, I don't think you had anything rather than the ClickUp thing, the ClickUp flow, which is to be done. Okay, what is so Bradley? Let's start with that. How can we? Where are we?
I mean, the Python file is ready. I can upload it in the team chat or to Walter. Uh, or the other thing was we could test it once or twice just to confirm by the latest notes that Nora is typing. And
Nice.
yeah, yes, that's it. After the upload, like Walter can synchronize it with the rest of the information and then save it into the database.
That's actually nice. I mean, so why can't we? So Walter, let so you guys can discuss this. I mean, Bradley, just give the Python file to him. Walter knows what to do with the file. If he has a confusion, you can clear it with him. Then do the connection thing, get the data, uh, check that much if that is working or not. Then we'll move further. Is it fine?
Yes, yes.
Check the code is working fine. Check the code is extracting the data. I think extraction should come from the ID should come from Walter. The matching ID of ClickUp should come from Walter, right?
Yeah. After
So
after
that
the
ID,
yeah.
yeah. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so the ID should be done from Walter's end. Then just give me 1 second. I'm chatting with Harida for an important thing. Okay. Okay, so let's do that. And so Walter knows how to get the ID. Walter will get the ID and it will pass to your code. Your code will get the data, and that data is in one format. And from that data, then do till that much, Walter. Then we will have a meeting. Then we'll put it into MongoDB. So this much can be done. This can be phase 1 or phase part 1 or whatever it is. Getting the ID from the event, from the ClickUp, passing that ID to Python function, getting the data from that Python function into a JSON format, stop it there. Then we'll play on it afterwards. Can you do that much, Walter? Just give me 2 minutes.
Okay, no problem. Walter, I've shared the code in our group chat. See if it makes sense or it is written correctly.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. I will have a look at it slowly and see how well it fits into the app.
Yeah. So that's it. So you guys can communicate and fix that part. Then, so I think everything is clear. Bradley, other than that, there was anything for you? Nothing, right?
No, not in this.
Fine. So Walter is also clear what to do. Bradley is also clear what to do. Walter, all you need to do is assign the. All you need to do is organize your task. Calendly at one face. ClickUp in one hand. So just make sure. I think you can solve the ClickUp first. I mean, because everything is ready, and all you need to do is just connection and everything. So finish it off, and do the researching side on Calendly in a good time.
Okay.
So at least we'll solve one by one.
That will ClickUp because I think everything is ready now for the ClickUp.
Yeah. Let's finish it off. Let's finish ClickUp up, and that's out of the box, right? Then we don't need to spend time on ClickUp anymore. Make sense?
Yes, it does. We should start with ClickUp.
Right.
Then proceed to work on Calendly.
Yeah, I don't think there is nothing much. We have not missed anything. All right. Anything else, or we can wind up? It's 10:48.
Yeah, nothing else from my side regarding this. Just regarding permutations, I've started working on it. Little difficulty I'm facing. If Walter could give me 15 or 20 minutes of his time, that would be really good.
Is there any coding or happening? Developer joined or none?
Nobody. I only am doing it. The difficulty is not the coding side, but especially the front end. I'm not sure how to connect like that. Only those things.
Makes sense. Yeah, you can have a meeting with Walter. If ClickUp is done, then Walter is basically free from the heavy task. You're almost coming to an end for the version 1. Then the next version is the individuality part. That will again mean I need to have a good design, have an idea. It will take some time for me to have a visualized part. But if you can utilize that time into permutation, this is the right time. Once ClickUp and the Calendly part is done, Walter can give some amount of time to permutation. It's fine.
By that time, I hope I only finish it. Like small things, especially.
Is it okay?
What is the? Yeah.
It's fine, right?
Yes, no problem.
All right. Is there anything should we? Wind up or anything from your side?
No.
Okay. Then thank you